Hey everybody, Brad Stevens here, founder and CEO at Outsource Access at the IFA, International Franchise Association Conference 2026 in Vegas. One of the biggest shows of the year for the franchising industry, and proud to be here with our program, Outsource Access, helping support franchisees and franchisors redefine how they scale. And so I'd love to go pop around and talk to some other suppliers that I've gotten a chance to know and believe in sort of what they're doing. And met Chris, the founder and president here at Franchise Flippers the other night, man, and love what they're doing. It's a niche they're specifically solving, and so a little series on leaders in scaling in the franchise world and helping people figure out their path. So Chris, tell everybody kind of what you guys do and the brief background on how this kind of came about, and then love to talk specifically the value for the franchisors and the problem they're solving, and then for the franchisees. So background real quick on how this came about.
Right, great to see you again. Thanks for your partnership. We love you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's an age-old story. Look, we exist because franchisors sell franchises, and they sell them sometimes to people that may not be the best fit, or they need to move on in life, either retirement or regret. And so in those cases, franchise brands look to franchise flippers to help them exit their franchisees with dignity and grace. That's it.
Yeah, so and as we know, some franchise brands, they grow super fast, right? Because they got a very compelling concept and it's caught fire and it's grown really fast, and sometimes like maybe some owners that maybe aren't the best fit, right, you end up having kind of go do some purging of sort of your inventory of all your franchisees and figuring out it's not a fit for them, it's not a fit for the franchisor anymore. So you create kind of a path, an offboarding ramp, if you will, for that, right?
That's an excellent way to look at it. Look, we help franchisees exit with maximum value. For any circumstance. In fact, we believe now that we have a buyer for every resale. So the solution is, hey, listen, it may not have worked out for you for a variety of reasons, but now you have a pathway to exit for a very low cost, to maximize the amount of money in your pocket, and to move on and go be happy somewhere else. What we see typically is Brad, a system that's maybe in business 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
They grew very, very quickly. They stretched the organization, and let's face it, we've all done this. I was a franchisor.
Yeah.
We sell franchises. We maybe award a territory that's a little too big, and we do it over and over again. We sell it to friends and family, and then we realize those early adopters, those early franchisees may not be the right people to carry on the brand.
Yeah.
And so let's give them an easy path to move on with dignity and grace.
Fantastic.
So it's no shame. Listen, I love brands that have grown quickly. When they're FSO-based, for example, rapid growth. And some of those people are going to go on and become millionaires. That's the beauty of franchising, right?
Yeah.
We're creating millionaires every day. But for some people, they just need to move out of the way. And so we call it purge and surge. Hey, let's purge out the low performers, that bottom 20% that we all know we have.
Yep.
Let's move them on. And let's bring in a new unit operator, and guess what happens? 21% improvement in same-store sales when you resell to a new owner.
Wow, that's a significant stat. Wow.
That's why we exist.
I love what you reference dignity and grace, right? So it's a way to be able to help those owners, right? Because nobody likes failure, but what if for whatever reason, and sometimes it's things outside their control. It could be a life event that's happened, it could be other things that are occurring, but they can't give the business the proper, attention. And so it's a path that the franchisors can lean on you to kind of help them in that journey. And the franchisees, they at least get to, recoup some of their initial investment, right? And I love the fact that you guys do like a flat fee model, because when you say business brokers, kind of like in my business, in the outsourcing world, when you say outsourcing, virtual assistants, Philippines, like people have all these, what I call DFCs, doubt, fears, and concerns that pop above their head. I'm like, no, like, let me show you, these people are incredibly competent. Same thing with business brokers, right? They have that same like mindset, and they're like, oh, I want to pay this huge percentage. And you guys like have different models, but make it very affordable, right? Because some of these are lower transactions, right? And so you can't take all the money out of their pocket.
Our typical transaction, I'll give you a real case scenario, is $350,000 divestiture. You're talking about a franchise business that's being sold for $350,000. The broker networks can't get the deal done. Their brokers do not want to take a deal that is not highly profitable and doesn't line their pocket with a big commission. I started Franchise Flippers because of my dissatisfaction at the time with the business broker networks. And they didn't want to do franchise deals. There was a buyer, a seller, and a brand. And brokers said, look, unless this deal has at least $150,000 in EBITDA, it really isn't worth my time.
Yeah, and it's fair, right? It's different economics of models. So they built their model where they needed to have that level of entry, but you guys have architected your structure so that you can...
We found the niche. What we provide is a solution for franchise businesses to be sold on a flat fee with zero commission, where a business broker may not want to broker that deal or isn't well equipped for it.
Yeah.
In fact, some of our best referral sources are wonderful business brokers who say, you know what, this isn't a great fit for me. Go talk to Franchise Flippers, they'll help you exit.
It's unlike knowing your lane and what's not your lane, right? And most of us in business, especially us crazy visionary entrepreneurs, can tend to chase a lot of shiny balls, want to be everything to everyone, right. But being able to nail like who you are and what you're about. And so you guys nailed that niche. And then, I mean, the online director, you guys have like, I mean, a massive kind of repository there, right?
We have the world's biggest franchise resale exchange now. And within our resale exchange of hundreds and hundreds of resale franchise listings, only franchises, only resales, we also have a page for all of our partner brands, 1,621 individual marketplaces.
Not 22?
It is now.
It's been nosed into the number.
Just
okay, sorry, that's 1622.
1622.
Right
each of those brands has their own resale environment on our site. So it's a closed loop. They can promote their own resales on our page.
That's on a microsite they kind of have. Oh, nice.
A micro marketplace. Great term for it.
Very cool.
Did you come up with that yourself?
So way back in the day, after between college, I interned for this company called NextChange, and actually they pioneered this concept. This is back 20 years ago. But microsites, what they called them, they would allow people to build microsites, so it sounded kind of like what it is, but being able to provide that turnkey experience for brands to be able to do that.
It's a dedicated resale marketplace within the world's biggest franchise resale exchange. So a brand can promote their own brand, promote their own resales within our ecosphere, and connect buyers and sellers and get great deals done, commission free.
Well, definitely worth checking out if this kind of appeals to you, whether you're a franchisor and you're kind of looking for a partner that can provide that off-ramp, right, with the dignity and the approach. If you kind of are navigating, I know some brands we're working with well that navigate some of that hyper-growth. Or if you're a franchisee and you're trying to figure out a path of exiting, could be a great fit. And these guys are great and do a lot of education. And I believe heavily it's all about education and getting people educated about what to do and what path to take. And whether they work with you or not, right, give them a good education that you leave with them if nothing else. So well, how can people learn? What's the actual domain, the website for people to find you guys?
Very simple, franchiseflippers.com.
franchiseflippers.com with an S. So go check it out, the directory. And as always, you can check us out, outsourceaccess.com. You can see our whole team with our franchise support system supporting franchisors, and our franchise virtual assistant program supporting individual units and multi-units and supporting in their growth and scale. You can go to our website and download 700 tasks that we've done for brands across 5 million hours of work in the last 6.5 years. And this 2-question exercise that we do that really helps people understand their constraints. Everybody's like, oh, that's too simple, but I mean, we have seen it every time, and it unpacks the constraints and challenges. So visit outsourceaccess.com, check that out. Love to help you. So, well, thank you, Chris. Thanks for the opportunity to share more about Franchise Flippers, and we'll see you at the next conference.
You got it. Thanks, Pana.
Take care, everybody.
Cheers.